All right, this video is going to be pretty crazy. We've got some rumors having to do with the Brian Laundrie situation. It just so happens people think they found him in a garden, and the video is actually pretty crazy, and I'm going to show you that. We've got a rumor when it comes to Without a Crystal Ball. I really don't want to even bring it up right now. It's too crazy. We've got Dave Chappelle being canceled. We have the protesters in front of the Brian Laundrie house. A rumor that they sold the interview that they did with the sister. I mean, just a lot of crazy stuff. Let's get right into it. So let's get some honorable mentions out of the way really quick. Let's start with the Without a Crystal Ball stuff. Essentially, you guys know she filed some ROs and the hearing got rescheduled. Well, that rescheduled hearing has come off the docket, leading people to believe they may have come to a deal. According to Todd Chrisley, they were being offered a deal, the people that got the ROs. Now, though, there's a lot of reasons to believe this could be a possibility, and there's a lot of reasons to go against it. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out, though Katie will come up in just a little bit when we talk about Brian Laundrie. Over to Ryan Upchurch, famous country singer who made a video warning people not to go down strange kind of rabbit hole stories when talking about Gabby Petito, and the fact that he started to get berated by people that didn't like some of the content he was doing. He left a comment on my video, and he's moved on to do his normal content, and now I can't help it. I've been watching his videos. He's really good. So go check out Ryan Upchurch. Let's move on though and get into our next story. Here's the viral video that we found a few days ago. If you look right here, this is Brian Laundrie's mother. This is a drone video. It's zoomed in, and you're gonna see her reach down to her garden. This is color corrected and all that. You're gonna see what looks like somebody's hand reach up and hand her something. Let me play it at normal speed, then I'll do it at slower speed. So here it goes. And if you look, it's very light right here. It looks like fingers come up and hand her something. Let's slow this down and do it in super slow-mo and just watch. So she reaches and grabs something from what looks like hands right here that reach up to hand her something in the garden. Let's play it one more time for you, for those in the back. Right here, she moves her hand away, pulls something, and it looks like something comes up out of the shadows, out of the side here, and hands her something. And of course, this started the conversation about whether Brian Laundrie could be being hidden underneath the garden. Now, I get it. It looks like something happens there, but I've studied the video, and I think I can tell you what happened. I do want to let you know, I don't think Brian's underneath the garden. Let me tell you what I think happened. Right here, it looks like in this moment, she's pulling something like a plant, right? Like she's plucking weeds from this little spot here, or maybe some grass or something. So it looks like she pulls something, see? And then maybe by pulling it, it caused something else to kind of jut up right there. Because if you do go by, like frame by frame, you can tell it does look like something comes up right here. And you would say to yourself, how would something come up right here? So that's my only theory. She pulled something away and then reached back up because whatever it was displaced, maybe some roots. Otherwise though, people aren't really buying this. Now, if you do go down the TikTok circles and other circles on the internet, oh, people are going crazy over this, and they believe Brian's in that garden. And this image has been blowing up everywhere, and it's awesome. Dave Chappelle's new special is great. Do you guys remember a couple years ago when Dave did Sticks and Stones? I think that's what it was called, but I'd reported that he was being canceled on Twitter for it, and I showed you everything that was going on. Well, he's being canceled on Twitter now, and I'm going to show it to you. Though, even in the special, while everyone's just busting up laughing, these two people are sitting there stone-faced the entire time. And it's awesome because it's like the camera is just glued to them in certain cutaways. Oh my God, I love it. Though, I want to show you some of the takes people have out there because it's ridiculous. And of course, one of the main points Dave makes is that everyone should be able to have jokes made about them and express their opinions. And now in society, it can't happen without people being canceled. He also states that canceling is just like killing somebody because you're trying to take away their livelihood. It's an excellent point. This person says Dave Chappelle represents a segment of society along with bad people, bad people, bad people, and bad people that is anxious about the waning power of cis heteronormativity and the patriarchy. It's just okay. And we've got these two did not appreciate the comedy in Chappelle's beyond impossible joke, and you know, there they are. It's just, that's such a good part. You guys have to watch this. It's so good. Dave Chappelle declares he has no worries about being canceled following Netflix controversy. I love it. Yeah, and there was even one person at the end of his special, it shows him standing with a bunch of people in like pictures. It's something Dave always does. And the president of Netflix is standing next to him in one of the pictures. And of course, he's getting backlash for that, but who cares? Dave Chappelle made 4 different original Netflix specials where he does some transphobic jokes as part of it, all in just the past 4 years. And yet no comedian has ever gotten their own special on Netflix as far as I know, not even a non-original special. I mean, it's just insane the amount of just craziness going out. Dudes replying to trans people who are upset about Dave Chappelle saying, "Did you watch the whole special?" Like I'm gonna traumatize myself for an hour in order to have a healthy debate with some internet rando about it? Bruh, I have a life. Well, they're talking about how you were shit talking the special without watching it, thus making their point, which is hilarious. Dave Chappelle mocked cancel culture at a premiere of his new documentary and gets a standing ovation. A lot of people saying they stand with Dave Chappelle, they support Dave Chappelle. And of course, one of the main people trying to cancel Dave is the showrunner for Dear White People, a show on, I believe, Netflix. Dear White People showrunner Jacqueline Moore announced Wednesday she'd be boycotting Netflix over Dave's transphobic new special. She opened up to Variety's interviewer about why she's taking a stand against the dangerous rhetoric. Dangerous. Now also, the fact is, this show, Dear White People, it's a show about black people and making it towards white people, and people are starting to find out that the showrunner is white. I guess that's a big deal to some people, but let's take a look at this interview so that you can understand why that not only did it backfire, the criticism backfired so massively. I would show you the tattoo on her arm, but it's disgusting. Jacqueline Moore has always considered Dave Chappelle one of her comic heroes. His shadow is huge and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I talked to Moore where she's working on the Peacock reboot of Queer as Folk, and they said, "Why did you decide to speak on Twitter?" Moore responded, "I never loved Dave's trans material before, but this time it felt different. This is the first time I felt like, oh, people are laughing at this joke and they're agreeing. That it's absurd to call me a woman. The fact that it's the exact rhetoric and language that's used against us." Now, I disagree, because Dave not only stated that he's fine with that, but on top of that, he stated that he calls trans people women. I don't know where this comes from. Again, I really do think that the way Dave arranged his special was specifically made to where if you did cut the special off and didn't watch it until the end, then you would walk away thinking he was being transphobic and start an outrage. I think that's almost how perfectly he wrote the entire thing. You've got to watch it to see what I mean. But then at the end, he brings it home and makes a point about how people are punching down and how Dave isn't punching down because he sees everybody as equal. But people think in the community that he's criticizing think that they're better than everyone, and that's why they're punching down on people. Either way, though, one other point to show you about what Jacqueline had to say. This is what gets me. Do you think Chappelle has a responsibility to stop telling these jokes? I don't think it's my place to tell Chappelle what he needs to do. He should make the jokes that he wants to make. I cannot like them, and that's what I'm saying here. No, you're demanding he be canceled, that they pull the special, that they take it down and not let his work be shown. And so I see the dishonesty in this response. Either way, though, I want to know what you think in the comment section below about everything we covered tonight. Let me know. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, share, or don't. Either way, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.